Welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, Litecoin Leader. And this is a video I was originally just going to have for subscribers, but the information is just too good. But let it be a lesson as to what kind of content and what kind of information is going to be available over at LitecoinLeader.com for subscribers. But this one, consider it a freebie, but it's just too important not to put out there and give it to everyone. So what we're talking about today is a particular project that offers way above the advertised rewards on staking for the next 6 months. And that project is a project called Zilliqa. And I'm going to walk you through not just about why it's earning more than the advertised 14, 15% right now for the next 6 months, but also how to execute and actually do the process if you were so inclined that you wanted to go and get some Zilliqa and also stake it. So this is just an informed this is just me telling a couple friends about how I would do it. I've told other people how to do this before, but this is just a tutorial if you were so inclined to get into a project that might be earning you 40+% for the next 6 months. So stay tuned and learn all the secrets inside. So let's talk about one of my favorite projects, which is Zilliqa. And one of the benefits of Zilliqa is its staking rewards. Going to stakingrewards.com, we talk about the rewards of Zilliqa, and you can sort this many different ways, but this basic viewpoint shows that Zilliqa, the rewards for staking is nearly 15% currently. Now, why is it so high? Let's talk about Zilliqa and what their overall plan for staking is. Looking at Zilliqa's homepage, they have a page dedicated just to staking. Staking, first they go about what is staking. And it's a way to support the network. You're actually helping the staking by you're pledging your coins to not move them. You're creating a virtual node for the network, helping to decentralize it, stabilize the network, and also you're reducing the supply that's available for trading and circulation, which increases the value of those that are in circulation. Again, lower supply, higher demand, price goes up. So the other benefit of staking your Zil is you get more Zil back. Now, it says here that your annual returns will be 6% or more. That's what I want to focus on as we start to dig into this. Looking further down the page, there's a number of different places you can stake your Zil. There's Zilocracy. I've used Moonlit personally. I think that's a great app. Atomic Wallet is one of the easiest wallets to use and to stake your coins, and that's what we're going to focus on today. There's a few others that are outlined throughout here, including CEX and Zilliqa and ViewBlock. Those are all available through the Moonlit app, which I also use to stake Zil. I tried to diversify so I can get both a better understanding of the different tools that are available so I can help more people, and also to minimize my risk or exposure to just one platform. So a little bit further explanation on the Zilliqa page for staking about what is staking. In the part where it talks about what staking is, about how you can earn passive income, it gives you an example in their calculation of how much Zil that they're staking. So, for example, they're offering 6% roughly if 80% of the total Zil in circulation is staked, meaning that let's say there's a million Zil, and if 80% of that is staked, you'll get returns of 6%. For those, if that's the volume of Zil that's staked. But what happens is that if less than 80% is staked, you actually get a higher APY or return because the amount of Zil that they give for staking is fixed, meaning that So a little bit further on the Zilliqa page about staking and how it will help anyone who stakes. You're helping the network's decentralization by staking, but you're also getting passive income. You're getting more Zil because you're helping the network. So here it explains what the Zilliqa allocation is. They are basing their numbers on a 6% return APY, an annual percentage yield of 6%, if 80% of the total amount in circulation of Zil is staked. What's really happening is that the APY is much higher because the amount of circulation staked is lower. Looking back on the earnings page again, you can see that you can find the stakingrewards.com for Zilliqa. The stake value is just under $1 billion, but the market cap is $2.3 billion. roughly a third, just less than a third of the Zil that can be staked is staked. Easy for me to say. So with only 33% staked, that means that the APY is more than double the advertised number of 6%. That's how we're approaching in the teens rates, the 14, 15% compounded. Simple, it's more like 13, but it's still pretty darn good. So now let me demonstrate the process of how you go about getting Zil and how easy it is to stake. One of my favorite sites to use is simpleswap.io. It's a decentralized swap site, not a DEX, but a decentralized swap. The difference is that you're putting in an address. This is actually my Zil address right here. And the reason I don't have an issue blurring that out is because it's a public key address. There's no harm in putting that there. People can donate to that amount. They can get. It's perfectly fine to share your public key anywhere you want because you can't get to my private key that way. So this is my actual Atomic Wallet address, and on this is the only information you need to operate this page is that, and I put in an actual address because I wanted to progress this. If you want to take Litecoin, and Litecoin is so prevalent in everywhere that it is, and because it's half of my name, I wanted to use that as the example. So on this site, you can exchange any amount of Litecoin for Zilliqa. So let's say I wanted to exchange 2 Litecoin for Zilliqa. Right now, I would get about 2,800 Zilliqa. I put in my address for my Atomic Wallet, and I hit exchange. Now it's going to spin for a second, and then it'll advance to the next page, and it says, here you go, this is what you're going to get. You send 2 Litecoin, you will get this amount, and here's the address you send it to. So you copy it, you hit this button to copy it, and then you go wherever your 2 Litecoin are, and you send it to that address. You send 2 Litecoin, and this website will do everything else. These buttons at the top will start to turn the lighter blue. First it's waiting now, then it'll confirm, exchange, send, and say finished. And at the end, it will give you a summary, and it'll tell you, you sent 2 Litecoin, you got 2,800-ish Zil, it's all done, and it'll show up in your Atomic Wallet. So where do you get an Atomic Wallet? Let's go there. You can either go to the App Store on your phone, or you can go to this website, atomicwallet.io, and download it to your PC or Mac. You can see it's available on all these platforms. You have Windows, you have Mac, you have Linux, you have the Google, Android, and you also have the App Store. So it's all there. You download this, you install it, and then you get your address. When you go to your Atomic Wallet, you just hit the, let me see if I can jump to it real quick. I go to my Atomic Wallet. And I hit Zilliqa. And I hit the receive button. There's my address, and there's my Zil address. You'll notice that I will check it to make sure it's the same as the other on the earlier site. Zil1FVD. Zil1FVD, and it ends in 9MPH. 9MPH. So we have a match. So that is my address. You copy that and you put it into the Simple Swap site. And then when you do this, you execute on the Simple Swap, the Zilliqa will show up in your Atomic Wallet, usually in less than half an hour. Next, we'll talk about how to stake your Zilliqa. Once you've downloaded your Atomic Wallet either onto your mobile device or on your PC or Mac, all you want to do is you want to log in, and then you'll see your available Zilliqa balance. Now, I'm going to be blurring out a lot of things on this for obvious reasons, but on this screen, I'm not too worried because I only have 13 Zil available to me because most of them are already staked. I'm also going to highlight here right at the top, you have the second coin, the governance Zil or Gzil. That's the coin of interest that's going to give us the bonus returns from now until October. And we're going to talk about what those mean in a minute. But let's first focus on how to stake Zilliqa. So start with Zilliqa, and you want to hit the staking button on the left. Then you come up here and it says Zilliqa. It shows that the yearly yield is 15%. Now that number is based on how much is available and how many people are staked at any given moment. And it can go down as more people stake. But we want to maximize our return. So we go to Zilliqa, we hit the button on Zilliqa at the top. And then we have our entire balance. We have what's available, what's staked, any withdrawals, the rewards that we have right now presently that we're able to claim from staking, and our total balance. Now, most of these numbers are going to be blurred out for obvious reasons while we're on the screen, but I wanted to highlight that the available number is pretty low for me right now because I've staked it, almost all of it. But I keep 10 to 20 out just because I want to pay for fees, both to stake at the beginning, it costs 5 to 10 Zil, and then it costs 5 to 10 Zil on the back end. So I keep 10 to 20 out, so unstaked, so that I can always claim. So when you first start here, you're going to have pretty much all of your coins are going to be at the available line. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hit the stake button. Now mine's going to show red because I don't have enough to stake. But all you come to the screen and it shows you here's how much you have. How much do you want to stake? You just type in the amount of Zil that you want to stake. Here's how much you have available. So if you have, let's say you have 1,000 Zil, you can stake 980 Zil, leave 20 off to the side just for later to pay for fees. You can hit the stake all button. I wouldn't hit the stake all button. I would just subtract about 20. And then you hit stake. Now, when I hit stake, I'm not able to execute anything because I don't have enough. But once you've done this, that's it. Now you're staked. And then when you go back to your wallet screen, and then you hit staking again, your stake summary will then show how many are staked. And then after a while, these reward numbers will start to tick up more and more and more. And when you come in here and you have a certain critical mass of Zil, I would say around 500 or more, you can hit claim. Then you can stake them again. And you want to keep staking them until October, because every time you stake and every time you claim, when you claim 500 Zil, you're going to get half of a Gzil. So back to my wallet, that's how I have 0.5, 0.58 Gzil. So every time I claim, I'll get, like, for every 1,000 Zilliqa that you earn through staking, the rewards of 1,000 Zil equal 1 Gzil. That's the bonus coin. So how much is that worth, and what does that mean for your returns? Let's talk about that next. Now let's tie this all together. We've talked about how to get Zil, we've talked about how to stake Zil, but where is this magic extra return that I was talking about earlier? I saw the 14 or 15% ROI, APY that you're getting on Zil, but why is Litecoin Leader telling me that it's so much more? Well, that goes back to that magical coin called Gzil. That second coin I point out in the wallet, that is the extra bonus you're getting from now until the end of October. If I go back to the Zilliqa staking page and scroll down a little bit, there's a governance Gzil. It's being issued out for a year since middle of October of 2020. So it goes until about middle of October 2021. And what happens is that for every 1,000 Zil that you earn in staking, you get 1 Gzil. What does that mean? What's the value of Gzil? Well, the expectation has been that 1 Gzil is worth about 1,000 Zil. But now the valuation is even higher than that. If you go over to the Zilliqa ecosystem page called ZilStream, this is a site that monitors the different exchanges that are out there for the Zilliqa-based coins, the projects that are on there. There's about a dozen of them, but we're going to focus on Gzil. Gzil right now is worth roughly 1,792. It's called 1,800 Gzil, okay, or 340 US dollars. While Zilliqa right now, today, is worth 19 cents. So essentially, instead of getting just 19 cents of for your Zilliqa, when you get one Zilliqa rewarded, you get, let's just say you earned 1,000 Zilliqas. So 1,000 Zilliqas would be $190. Now, you'd also get a Gzil. You would get an extra $340 because you got the 1 Gzil, and then you would get 1,000 Zil for staking. So that would work out. That would work out to be $530, or 2.8 times your original rewards. So if your original rewards were at 15%, to figure out what your actual returns are between now and middle of October, are 15% times 2.8x. Now that varies a little bit because the value of Gzil can vary compared to Zil, but let's just call it 2.8x. So 2.8 times 15%, which is another 15% and another 12% on top of that. So now you're looking at 42% returns for staking Zilliqa between now and the middle of October. Do you understand why I'm excited about staking Zilliqa? I like the project in general, but there's no better staking project I have found between now and the middle of October. So I encourage anyone who's looking to get into a staking project, not financial advice, but if that's something you want to do, my personal opinion of the top project to get involved in for staking between now and the middle of October is Zilliqa, because the returns are over 40%. Three, two, one. This is your closing. And that's it from start to finish. This is just a tutorial if I was going to be helping people that wanted to get in this project, not financial advice, but if you were so inclined to look for a project with superior earnings for staking beyond the advertised 14 or 15%, which is still pretty good. But for the next 6 months, you have it at 40+%, and I explained why earlier. So if this piques your interest, you might want to think about subscribing over to LitecoinLeader.com, because this freebie is just an example of some of the content you'll find over there. So with that in mind, I hope you found it informative and to your liking, and I hope you choose to do whatever you want to do with it. But for today, I'm just going to close the drawer in the bureau, and I'll see you next time.